Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome. I welcome you today this lecture number 4 on linear differential equations with constant coefficients, and before this we have shared with you this lecture number 1, 2 and 3 where we discussed in detail the linear differential equations with constant coefficients and something about variable. Now we will be today doing some application, but before that we have not yet discussed with you the solution case 1 we have discussed, solution case 2 we have discussed. That is solution number case 1. We said when the auxiliary equation has this real roots which are real and different, and second case is if the auxiliary equation has real roots but some of them are repeated. That was said case 2. Now we come that when auxiliary equation has complex roots, what happens? We will discuss this case with you, and you will remember how we write down the solution when the auxiliary equation has this complex roots. And after that we will be doing some applications, and now we are going to solve some questions. Maximum questions I will try to solve here, because the students who are pursuing this engineering courses, they have the application part there, and students who are doing the other courses like BSc Mathematics and this integrated 5-year integrated course and so on, they have the full applications as well as this the therms extra. Let us see, assuming suppose the auxiliary equation has complex roots alpha plus minus iota beta. Note that you cannot have only alpha plus iota beta. When you have the real coefficients of the equation, in that case you will have the roots occur in conjugate pairs. If one root is a plus iota b, then second must be a minus iota b. You did this term in your lower classes, I mean in school, this mathematics, you did it. So when the roots are like this, roots are alpha plus minus iota beta, how we proceed? We write here actually our one value of d is, your d is one value is alpha plus iota beta, and second value is alpha minus iota beta. If I go by previous method, so I will write here solution part is, it is y equal to, how you write the solution? You will write solution y is equal to this c1 e raised to power root. What is root? Alpha plus iota beta x, because we assumed that the differential equation, our differential equation is in x divided by dx, then plus another this constant c2 corresponding to these two roots, it is e raised to power alpha minus iota beta. If you go that way into x, you can write it this now, it is y is equal to c1, split this power here by indices root, e raised power alpha x, e raised power iota beta x, then plus c2, it is here e raised power alpha x again, e raised power minus iota beta x. Okay, I will take here, this is c1, y is equal to c1, take e raised power alpha x throughout common, it is e raised power alpha x out. This you can write c1 e raised power iota beta x, then plus c2 e raised power minus iota beta x. This we are simplifying, we are writing the solution in compact form. You know, from complex trigonometry, if some of you do not know, I will write here e raised power iota theta is given by cos of theta plus iota sine theta, and e raised power minus iota theta is given by cos of theta minus iota sine theta. You know this formula from your complex trigonometry. You can write this y is equal to e raised power alpha x. This is c1. Write here formula. It is e raised to, it is cos of beta x plus iota sine of beta x, then plus c2, this is cos of beta x minus iota sine of beta x. And afterwards you can remember the formula directly, but I am just deriving this. I am giving you the notion where from it comes. You see this. This you can write, your y is equal to e raised power alpha x. I will take the cos terms. It will be c1 plus c2 cos of beta x. Taking this cos beta x common, it is c1 plus c2 cos beta x. Then take sin beta x, it is plus iota c1, then minus iota c2 sine of beta x. Now these are c1 plus c2 is also a single constant. Iota c1 minus iota c2 is also a constant. Let us choose here c1 plus c2, say it is a, which is again a constant, some arbitrary constant, and iota c1 minus iota c2, when c1 is arbitrary constant, c2 is arbitrary constant, and c1 plus c2 is also some arbitrary constant. Let us choose this b. What is your solution? It is y is equal to e raised power alpha x. It is a cos of beta x plus some constant b sine of beta x. You don't use anywhere here iota. So how you remember this? I will tell you the formula for remembering this so that you can be able to do it in future. Well, how you remember this? When you have, this is the aid. This aid I want to share with you. Aid. This is aid. If you have the roots now, if roots are, say it is beta, say it is gamma plus minus iota delta. I have already told you complex roots occur in conjugate pairs. If one is alpha plus iota delta, then you will get second, it's gamma minus iota delta, gamma plus iota delta and gamma minus iota delta. You see how we remember this. Solution is simply y is equal to e raised power. Here you have seen alpha. Alpha is the real part. I will write this way. It is a real part of the complex number into x. Then any constant. You have to use two constants for two roots. When the differential equation is your second order, you have to use two constants, as you have come to know from this lecture number 1, lecture number 2, lecture number 3 on the linear differential equations with constant coefficients. So use any constant. You may use here c1, no problem, c1. This is cos. This is the imaginary part of the complex number into x. This stands for independent variable involved. This is your dependent variable of the differential equation. Then plus c2, it is a sine, imaginary part, x. If you write this sine again, first cos, afterwards, no problem. Now y is equal to e raised power, a real part of the complex number. What is the real part of this gamma? So you will write it gamma x. Okay. Then c1 cos, c1 is arbitrary constant, imaginary part of the complex number, it is delta, so it is delta x. Clear? Plus c2 sine of, what is the imaginary part? Delta, it is delta x. This is how we write the solution when we have the auxiliary equation has complex roots. Now in certain cases you may get a repeated complex roots. How you follow in that case? We will apply the same thing, but I will not derive it because we have already done the case for repeated roots. For repeated roots we have done the case. You see, when auxiliary equation has complex roots but are repeated, when these are repeated, I may name this now case fourth. when roots are repeated. Say the roots are auxiliary equation has roots alpha plus minus iota beta. It is twice repeated. This exists twice. Means roots are alpha plus iota beta, then again alpha plus minus iota beta. It is repeated 2 times. One root is alpha plus iota beta, then again alpha plus iota beta. 2. Another is alpha minus, then again. These are actually 4 roots. These are 4 roots. You have seen in this case how many constants got involved? 2, C1 and C2, because they were 2. Now you have 4. How will you involve 2? It is the repeated case. I will not discuss it again. Refer repeated case second that we have shared with you. Now how we proceed? For repeated roots, when this is repeated, you will write same way. Y is equal to e raised power real part of the complex number. What is real part? Alpha. It is alpha x. X stands for independent variable, which is involved in the differential equation. Okay. Then here you have to involve 2 repeated roots. When 2 are repeated, you write C1 plus C2x. If 3 times, then you write C1 plus C2 plus x, then C3x square, so on. Now it is repeated twice. You write here 2 constants this way. C1 plus C2x. 2 constants you are observing here. Then cos of imaginary part. What is that? Beta x. Then plus 2 other constants. It is C1, C2 you have involved. Then C3 plus C4x. Then sine of beta x. In this case, this is the solution when you have complex roots occurring repeated. Okay. If you write here C1x plus C2, that is also okay. C3x plus C4, that is also okay. You have C1 plus C2x. It is repeated twice. This actually there are 4 roots repeated twice. This is repeated twice, means 4 roots. Now in case you have this, say a plus minus iota b repeated, it is getting repeated say thrice. Actually this will be the case when you are solving a differential equation with constant this coefficient is in degree 6. It will have degree 6, because this actually means they are 6 roots. One is a plus iota beta, then again a plus iota beta, then again a plus iota beta 3, then a minus iota beta, then again a minus iota beta, a minus iota. So we write a plus minus iota b is repeated thrice. 3 बार 3 बार आता है. अब इस केस में कैसे आप सोल्यूशन लिखेंगे? इसी तरह in this case you will write the solution this. In this case, if you take this case, you write here solution y is equal to, again, real part. What is the real part of this complex number? A. It is e raised power ax. Then you will introduce 3 constants first. C1 plus C2x plus C3x square. Please refer the repeated case. Then cos of this imaginary part, it is bx. Then here another 3 constants, up to C1, C2, C3 you got involved in here. Then C4, you write C4 plus C5x plus C6x square. 6 constants you have involved. It is sine of bx. So this is the case if the equation of degree 6 has 3 times this repeated. This will be a rare case when you come, but you may come across this often when you have the 4-degree equation. It may has this complex repeated roots. This, if it has this 3 times this repeated, this is the case. Stop with this case. This was the method of solution, how we saw this apply the method when the roots are real and different. When the roots are real and different, but some are repeated, some are equal roots. And this is case when roots are real and different, but some roots are or all roots are complex. Sometimes some are complex, sometimes all are complex. So we follow this way. Let us now solve. So I have taken some typical problems from different books, engineering math extra. This third problem, this is known as, here I have to solve this with constant coefficient, second order this linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Here you are given t is 0, x is 0 and dx by dt is, this is known as a boundary value problem. This is a boundary value, you are given the boundary value, and in case of boundary value problem you get the constant of, it is a particular, so when you get the constant integration, fix it. I have discussed in previous cases the method of solution. Let us now have the solution of these equations. We go to solution now. Well, I will take the solution of first. It is d2y dx square plus 6 dy by dx is equal to 0. We are doing at this time that part where right side is 0. Then it has a one solution, only one solution, the complementary part as you did. But second journey will be, our second journey will be where this right side is not a 0, it is some function of x, and there we have two parts as we discussed it in this lecture number 2. Two parts, one is complementary function and second will be particular integral. There you have to learn how to find out the particular integral. Now this is the problem that we will write this in symbolic representation of this problem is, what is it, is symbolic representation? Symbolic representation is, how we write it symbolically. It is symbolic representation is, it is d square plus 6d y is equal to 0, where your d as usual is d by dx. Then third step is auxiliary equation. Now and onwards I will be writing only AE, auxiliary equation. What is auxiliary equation? It will be d square plus 6d equal to 0. In some books you may see they write m square plus 6m is equal to 0, because they are giving value to d as m for the time being, because I have already told you this d we treat as some algebraic quantity. Then we solve it for m, we write the solution in that case. So no problem, you can use m square plus 6m, no problem. Now this is d, it is d plus 6 equal to 0. This provides you one value of d is 0, second value of d is minus 6. When you write d plus 6 is 0, either d is 0 gives d 0, d plus 6 0 gives d equal to minus 6. So you have got two values of d. What is the solution in this case? You have to see what is the dependent variable. It is y here. What's independent variable? It is x. So you write the solution. So required solution is y is equal to c1 arbitrarily constant c1, then e raised to power 0x, x is your independent variable, then plus c2 e raised to power minus 6x. Therefore your solution is, this is here 1, this is c1 plus c2 e raised to power minus 6x. We say this is the complete solution of this differential equation. So we did this one. Okay, let me go to second one. Let us have solution to problem number 2. This is d2y dx square plus a plus b dy by dx plus aby equal to 0. We write it is this symbolic representation. It is symbolic representation we write. What is that? It is d square plus a plus bd plus aby is equal to 0. What is auxiliary equation? Auxiliary equation is d square plus a plus bd plus ab equal to 0, or You may write m square plus a plus b, m plus ab is no problem. Now it is quadratic in D. The better is to write it in a quadratic equation. D is equal to minus a plus b plus minus under root of a plus b whole square minus 4ab by 2 into 1 to a. I have written this in a quadratic formula because otherwise I have to search for factors. It will be very difficult here because a and b are unknown here. So it is better to write minus a plus b. This is plus minus. This is the formula of root a minus b square by 2. A plus b whole square minus 4ab is a minus b whole square. It is d equal to minus times a plus b. It is plus minus a minus b by 2. Now one value of d is minus a minus b plus a minus b by 2. Another value of d is minus a minus b minus a plus b by 2, and that gives you d is equal to minus b. It gives you d is equal to minus a. Okay, so the roots of the auxiliary equation are so we have roots of auxiliary equation. One is d is equal to minus a and minus b. What is the solution? Complete solution. We have complete solution, or sometimes we say complete integral. It is y is equal to c1 e raised power minus x plus c2 e raised power minus bx. Because it was of degree 2, we have to involve two different arbitrary constants. We involved here c1 and c2. This is the complete solution. Now we have we did this one. Let us take another one, solution of third problem. What is that? It is solve d2x dt square minus 3 dx by dt plus 2x equal to 0. You are given t is 0, x is 0, dx by dt is 0. You are given this. These are boundary conditions here. Given boundary conditions. Now you will write here symbolic representation. Symbolic representation of this problem is d square minus 3d plus 2 into x is equal to 0, where you have d as d by dt. Remember this. Then you will write auxiliary equation. It is d square minus 3d plus 2 equal to 0. You can solve it for d. You can take the factors here, or you can write d is 3 plus minus under root of 9 minus 8 by 2. It is 3 plus minus 1 by 2. So you get d 3 plus 1 4 by 2 it is 2, 3 minus 1 2 by 2 it is 1. So you have got the value of d 1 and 2. So for d equal to 1 2, what is solution? What is the solution? You cannot write here y is equal to, because your dependent variable is here. It is in the form of, look here, d2x by dt square. Our dependent variable is x and independent is t. Remember that. So it is x is equal to c1 e raised power 1 t, not x, because our independent variable is t. Then plus c2 e raised power 2t. It is 2t. This gives x is c1 e raised power t plus c2 e raised power 2t. Does this value satisfy it? Yes. 2 plus 1 is 3, then 2 2s are 4, 4 2 6, yes, 3 2s are 6. It is okay. Now we have to name this equation second. Now we have to use x0 t0 in this. Our x is 0, t is 0. When x is 0, it is 0 is equal to e raised power 0, it is 1, c1 plus c2. This gives you c1 plus c2 is 0. Name this equation number third. Okay. Then you will differentiate this. Why differentiate? Because I am given dx by dt is 0. Differentiate solution equation number second with respect to t. This gives you dx by dt is derivative of this e raised power t with respect to t, e raised power t. It is c1 e raised power t. Then it is constant derivative of e raised power 2t, exponential as it is e raised power 2t, differentiation of power, that is 2, log of e is 1. This is your plus 2 e raised power 2t. You have to here use your dx by dt is given to be 0, your t is given to be 0. You will use this values here, and this gives you dx by dt being 0. It is 0 is equal to c1 e raised power 0 is 1 plus this is here c2, 2c2. It is 0, it is 2c2. Okay, this is fourth. Now let us solve third and fourth for what? For c1 and c2. We solve them for c1 and c2. We have here c1 plus c2 is 0, c1 plus c2 is 0. You have c1 plus 2 c2 is 0. Let us subtract. This is c2 is equal to 0. Use c2 is equal to 0 in third. Using c2 is equal to 0 in third, we get c1 is equal to 0. So the values of c1 is 0, c2 is also 0. Constants are removing, you will get the general solution now. So required solution is, what was your solution? So required general solution is y is equal to c1 is 0, e raised power, in second we are using this, it is t plus 0 e raised power 2t. Okay, it is not y, I am writing again. Be cautious about this. It is x is equal to this, so it is x is equal to 0. This is the solution. It is the particular solution of equation number this third. So we are doing this one also. This problem I took because in this case you are given the values, boundary values, values t0, x0, dx by dt. We will be doing in future more problems on this boundary value conditions when boundary value conditions are given. Now let us take the fourth one. Let us take fourth one. It is solve d4 minus a4 y is equal to 0. Actually this is your equation in this way also. It is the short form of this. It is your d4y dx4 minus a4y is equal to 0. It is this form. So symbolic is given. What is it? Is auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is d4 minus a4 equal to 0. I can write the factors here. It is d square whole square minus a square whole square is equal to 0. One factor is d square plus a square into d square minus a square 0. a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. Clear? Let me solve this. This is here d square plus a square 0 or d square minus a square 0. You will get the 4 values. It is d square is equal to minus a square. This gives you d is equal to plus minus iota a negative. So this value is d is equal to 0 plus minus iota a. And this is 0. This gives you d square is equal to a square. So d is equal to plus minus a. Therefore, what are the roots of auxiliary equation? So you have roots of auxiliary equation. You can write one is 0 plus minus iota a and other twos are minus a minus a. These are 4 roots. So what is solution? Required solution is y is equal to, I will first concentrate on this. Complex roots occur in conjugate pairs. There are 2. I have to involve 2 constants. As you know by previous method, e raised power real part. What is here real part? It is 0x real part. E raised power real part into independent variable. Then any constant, let it be c1 cos of imaginary part. What is imaginary? It is a. It is a here x. Then plus c2 sine of ax. This I am writing this part of solution. This is the part of the solution from this corresponding to 0 plus minus iota a. You have this solution. Then plus you have 2 other roots. c1 c2 you have involved. Now you have to involve c3, arbitrarily constant c3. It is e raised power minus ax because it is the real root. Then plus c4 e raised power ax. So solution here will be y is equal to, this is 1. This is simply cos 1 cos of ax, c1 cos of ax plus c2 then sine of ax, then plus c3 e raised power minus ax plus c4 e raised power ax. This is the solution. You have seen that this equation involved how many? This degree, it had the degree 4th. So we have 4 constants, c1 c2 c3 c4. 2 of the constants corresponding to this complex, 2 roots, and 2 other constants correspond. So in certain solutions you will get both real roots, imaginary roots, sometimes a real repeated, imaginary repeated. So you should revise the method that I have given, how to write down the solution when roots take the different forms. You revise it fully. You have not revised it from examination point of view, but it is a method that I have given you in detail. In proof form I have given the method. Please go through that. Let me have this problem, another problem. Well, we have solution to problem number 5th. It is d4 plus 8d square plus 16 y is equal to 0. This is also in symbolic representation, because sometimes the equation is given in symbolic representation, but the book publisher should given there that d stands for d by dx or something. D, it must be mentioned, d stands for d by x, sometimes it is d by dt. So we take here d is our d by dx. So you can write here auxiliary equation. I have already told you sometimes we give the value to d as m for auxiliary equation. In maximum books you will find. Let me use here that also so that you will not get confused. So auxiliary equation you may write m4 plus 8 m square plus 16 equal to 0. It is nothing. We are replacing d by m. I have already discussed in previous lectures. We take d as some algebraic quantity, we solve it for d, or we can replace d by m something x. Now this is the 4th degree, but here you don't see the m term. You can say it is quadratic in m square because you have only m4 and m square term. Here it is very simple. You can say it is quadratic. It is a quadratic in m square. You don't have m term. You have m4 and m square only and constant. It is quadratic in m square. So you can write it as m square is equal to minus 8 plus minus under root of 8 is 64, then minus 64 by 2. you can write your m square is minus 8 plus minus it is 0 by 2. This gives you your m square is minus 4. Okay, minus 4, it is repeated minus 4. So your m square, m is one is your m square is minus 4, then it is again m square minus 4, because you write here plus 0 and you write minus 4 minus 0, it gives you two values. So here you get m is equal to plus minus under root of minus 4. Here also m is plus minus under root of minus 4. What does this give you? This gives m is equal to plus minus 2 iota. Then again here m is equal to plus minus 2 iota. Doesn't this mean that you are getting this repeated? I have also told you sometimes you get the complex root repeated. It is a biquadratic in D. So you get roots m or d. D or m is 0 because it has no real part. 0 plus minus 2 iota, it is repeated. How many times? It is repeated twice. So these are actually 4 roots, but did get us repeated. Yeah, you have seen here. So what is solution? So solution is, general solution is, in case repeated, y is equal to e raised power real part, it is 0x. Then you have to introduce two constants in case of repeated. Please go through the repeated case. It is c1 plus c2x, cos of the real part, imaginary part, it is 2x, then plus c3 plus c4x, sine of the imaginary part, that is 2x. So you get the solution here. This is your 1. So in this case you get the solution y is equal to, it is c1 plus c2x cos of 2x plus c3 plus c4x sine of 2x. When you have the complex root repeated, we have seen that complex root occur in conjugate pairs. They are 2. But when this conjugate pair is also repeated, that means these are the 4 roots in this form, repeated form. So we write the solution in this way. This is the repeated case that we did in case second. c1 plus c2x, then you have to use new constant, c3 plus 4 constants are involved and roots are repeated. And in this way we have solved these 4 problems, basic problems that I have now I have come to know that you have understood this how to solve the linear differential equation with constant coefficients when right side is 0. I will share some more problems on this. Then we go to when right side is the variable function of x. It may be in the form of trigonometric function, it may be logarithm function, it may be algebraic function, that we will share. There you have to be very cautious which rule we apply for finding out integrating factor, and wait for the next 5th lecture. Till then, thank you very much. See you next.